All right, it's been a while, YouTube. I know I'm bad at uploading on a regular schedule, but the last video was me reviewing Coachella. It's been a year. I went to Coachella again. And it's good. I'm going to do this better than last time, okay? I'm not just going to dump a bunch of Instagram clips and then talk about it nonstop for 2 hours. No, I came with a goal. I wanted to see if I could catch every single act at Coachella in one weekend. No, yeah, right? I know what you're thinking. That's the dumbest fucking idea. What a waste of a ticket. You're going to see 2 seconds of everyone, Zach. Wait, what? Really? How much you going to walk? I tried. Doesn't mean that I didn't catch some full sets. If the set kept me there, I stayed. If there's something that really blew my mind, I'm like, oh, I can't leave. I didn't leave. But I did come with a goal, which was to see everyone on that lineup, including Heineken House, Do-Lab, the new Quasar stage. So you're like, wow, there's a lot of stages at Coachella. Yeah, I'm adding the 3 extra ones that aren't even on the lineup. Obviously I went by myself. I solo celloed it, which honestly is the move. I'm never going with a group ever again. No one can hang with me. I don't know what to say. Did you find it lonely? Well, here's the thing. I say solo cello. I camped alone. I camped by myself, and that's the move. Now that's the move. No, I had one group of friends from college, Devin, you probably all know him, who I was meeting up in there. But, you know, me and Devin, we've been to a few Coachellas before. We're best friends. We know each other very well. He knows I like to walk around. He knows that I take about 3 songs to find my spot. I'm dancing and kind of seeing, okay, is this a good pocket of people? Nah, I'm going to go over here. And then Devin doesn't like doing that. Like, and he hates leaving sets. You know, he'll watch an entire set, even if he doesn't like it. All right? It'll be like, well, no, I'm watching the whole set. I'm experiencing this show. I'm like, oh, no, I get it. And that's perfectly so valid. So valid. But, you know, he knew that I came alone with the goal of trying to see everyone. So, you know, he would just text me like, hey, I'm here. I'm over by this tower. And yeah, Devin was probably the one I hung out with the most. We saw quite a few sets. And then I had another big group of friends that I saw once. I don't know. I love them. I love them. They're great, but, you know, they couldn't hang with me. I'm trying to see everyone. They're just trying to see Lana. That's it. Like, they showed up at, like, when Lana started. I'm like, you missed the whole festival. No, we're here for Lana. Okay. You want to go see Lana? All right. The only time we're going to see each other. All right, cool. All my neighbors were all wonderful, beautiful people, super friendly. So yeah, I wasn't lonely. And every time I came back to my campsite, all the neighbors were chilling, just hanging, drinking. So that was nice. It was really nice. My campsite was pretty cool. I'm sure I'll put a picture. I slept in my car. I slept in my car. I want to first tell you how many steps I made. Day 1, Friday. The day I probably did the least amount of moving around. 39,954 steps for 17.2 miles, 1470 calories burned on Friday. Not bad. Saturday, 37,326 for 15.9 miles. And then this is the big one. Sunday was the day where I'm like, okay, I'm going to actually try to see everyone. 49,312 for 21 miles, walking for 7 hours, 43 minutes. I'm walking. And it does count dancing. It definitely counts dancing. And I don't walk either. I dance, which is something that people need to learn, especially when you're going through crowds. Don't walk through a crowd. Do a little this. See how people are moving, and then strategically dance. It's like one of the best parts of concerts. It's one of the best things to do in a concert is to dance around and find your good spot. No, people just walk and budge through. No, f*** off. That's not... I know we always get the bad rap for being the influencer festival because we're the best. Because everybody watches our festival. Oh, sorry. Oh, the crowd's dead. The crowd's dead. Every freaking live stream of any concert, whether it's EDC or Tomorrowland or whatever. I mean, the European festivals tend to be pretty poppin'. But every live chat... on those streams, they all say the same shit. This crowd's dead. Oh, yeah, the typical, like, you're at home on a computer. Shut the f*** up. You don't know. Crowd's dead. Crowd's dead. You're not fucking there. We don't know when we're being filmed. It was probably taking a little rest from dancing for like 5 seconds, and oh, the camera came on us. Crowd's dead. You're at home on the computer. Come on. Well, I was there. I'd be losing it. Well, you're not there. So it is cool. It is cool they have the whole live stream and stuff. I know I was on the live stream for a bit. There's a couple of shots on me. We'll get to that. All right. I keep stalling for the main event, which is the results. Who did I all see? Well, I compiled a little thing on Clash Finder here of my entire itinerary. Everything that's in blue, if you see it in blue, that means I caught what I consider pretty much the entire set. Some of them, front to back. Others, maybe I was one song late, or I started leaving during the outro or whatever. But if it's blue, that means I stuck with it. And I really liked it. If it's green, that means I filmed it. We'll see a little clip of it. If it's yellow's a little iffy. Yellow means I walked by it, but I didn't get any footage of it, and I just kind of listened. I didn't stop. I just listened, and I could hear it. And I'm like, okay. And that's... I count it as yellow. And then red means I missed them altogether. And you see, there's a lot of names here. That's because there are freaking 13 stages. No. That's right, everybody. I am counting the silent disco, the Turndown, and the activities tent. So I'm counting them. I have to go see them too. And the Do Lab, and the Heineken House, and the brand new Quasar. A lot of stages. This festival's very, very big. It is hard to stage hop, and this is how I did. It's not bad, right? You're all like, we don't know what this means. It's just a bunch of colors, Zach. All right. Let's start off. First off, Thursday. One of the reasons why I camped, I wanted to experience day zero a little bit. And they had a DJ on during the day, DJ Birdtastic. I saw him but didn't film him. And then they had this Trillium, which was a silent disco. I didn't see the first 3 artists, but, and this was one of my favorite parts of the festival, the Turndown tent, shout out Beat Cinema. This is the real reason I camped. I wanted to hang out at the Turndown tent. The Turndown tent, it's been around, I'd say, for nearly 10 years now. It's been going strong. It's a little area in the camping hub run by Beat Cinema with cool little projectors, some seats that you can chill, and like not instrumental, but vibey chill beats. Beat Cinema. If you know Low End Theory, if you remember Low End Theory, very very good show down here in LA at the Airliner. I used to go to that all the time. But if you're a fan of like that type of music, Beat Cinema took up the torch, and I always go to their show. Well, not always. I try. They're in LA. They always throw good, I'd say like monthly shows, sometimes in Chinatown. I wanted to hang out at the Turndown tent. Got to meet all the Beat Cinema folks. They were super freaking nice. They were stoked. That I was a fan. Well, also they stream. Beat Cinema streams. I've rated their stream a few times. I'm constantly in the stream. There's a chat, but I always chat. Every time I go in, I chat. So I'm like, oh yeah, now I'm Feed Zach. And they're like, oh yeah, you're always in the chat. So that was cool. And I've been to a few of their shows, but I'm a bit of a... Well, their shows get crowded, actually. Believe it or not. Yeah, at Coachella, they kind of had a bit of a rubbernecking stage, if you know what I mean. A lot of people would pass by, go like, oh, this is chill. This is sweet. We should come back here. Later. All right, we're going to go to the silent disco, And then they would come back. Never got super crowded or party like in the Turndown, which is was kind of the point. It was a good way to start. And yeah, we're gonna start off with the footage from that. My very first set I saw at Coachella was Rhyme. Instagram stories here. Oh, and yeah, Rhyme's on a drum machine doing some live drumming here. Yeah, I really liked Ryan's set. And then right after that was Mayumi Killer. Mayumi Killer fucking had 2 sets, very different sets. First one was like a drum and bass. Last one was like a chill one, but Mayumi Killer all the way from Japan, I believe. Oh, Elusive. I saw this dude 3 times at Coachella. He had 3 sets. One on day 0, one opening a stage at Coachella, and then another one at the end of the festival in the Turndown. But I'm a big fan of Elusive. This guy's a legend in the... I don't want to call it lo-fi hip-hop, but instrumental hip, I don't know. I've always loved Elusive, though, and it was pretty cool catching 3 sets from Elusive. And then shout out Moybender. Moybender did all these visuals here. Very, very chill setup. I hung out with Moybender a lot. He was the homie because I'm a bit of a visuals guy too. Shaggy does LED. I'm an LED screen guy. I like the visuals, VJing. So it was cool. It was cool hanging. That's why I didn't feel lonely. You go to Solochella, did you feel lonely? No, because I went to the Turndown tent and they were all very nice. And I literally just spent like the whole day 0 just vibing in that tent. And that was a good way to start things off, you know? Who else I see? Bones. So that was the silent disco. As you could hear, it's not silent. It's not silent until, I believe, 1 a.m. I did make a point to go into the silent DJ. And you see, I filmed Bones there. But I did go in like for 5 minutes at a time just to tune in. Oh, yeah, I gotta make sure I hear them. So I heard Novocaine, Sincerely Manolo, DJ Eld, and Animal. It was all just your typical house DJ sets, but you know, very popular music that everyone can sing to and stuff. But it was fun. People were vibing in there. I like the lights and stuff. But yeah, back to the Turndown tent. Got snacks. That was chill. Wave groove. So I'm pretty sure I'm right about this. But this guy is like the chief of Beat Cinema. It's a collective. It's multiple people, but this is the guy, you know. He's at every single one, running shit, and I think I caught 3 sets of his too. he was playing a lot. Okay, we're in the festival. We're in the festival now. Day 0's done. Day 0, you know, I just chilled out to some vibey music. Hung out with the homies at Beat Cinema. Made some new friends. Hung out with my camp neighbors a lot. We chilled, stayed up really late, got excited for the festival. There was one other DJ the thing in the activities tent. It was going loud. This was arguably the loudest stage at the campgrounds, but it was fun. A lot of people were in that. All right, we're finally in the festival. We're finally in the festival. And first off, 20 minutes. They made us wait for 20 minutes after the doors were supposed to open. And a lot of people showed up. Everybody's like, dude, it's supposed to open at 1. 20 minutes. So, and then when they did open the gates, they were really slow with letting people in, which sucked. So my first move, and unfortunately, I uploaded my stories, but the uploads in my stories are a little out of order for this first day. Because I do have footage of it, but the first thing I did was ran to the Yuma. I wanted to get into the air-conditioned nightclub and see what it looked like, you know? Because the Yuma, if you don't know what the Yuma is, it's kind of a tough tent to get to in terms of it's just really out of the way. There's no good route to the Yuma that you can kind of put on the route and then go to the other thing. You have to go through this line to get in. It's got a capacity. And in the past, that line was a nightmare. Like, there was always people in that line. It was always crowded. This year, never a line. There was never a line for the Yuma. No one was going in the Yuma this year. But I did make it for Keyspan. I made it for Keyspan. I got in there 140. 140 after being at the gates at around 12:50. I was trying to be one of the first ones in. And yeah, I do have footage of the Keyspan set. It's kind of funny because you see how empty the Yuma is because like only 5 people have gotten into the festival yet. I'll show you the footage of Keyspan in a bit. And then right after Keyspan, I watched the changeover to Ben Sterling, I'm a fan. I like Ben Sterling's music a lot. I only caught like 2 minutes of that before I ran over to Sema Funk. Sema Funk, which I caught all. It wasn't a very long set, but it was a good one. I liked Sema Funk. Sema Funk killed it. So yeah, like Spanish funk. I think it's Afro-Caribbean, but yeah, I like that set. That set was a party. Good one to start off with. And then I rushed over to the Heineken house. The Heineken house, I got beef with this stage. This stage needs to be so much bigger, dude. Like they were putting acts in there that were way too big because it's a small bar essentially. It's more of a bar than it is a stage. For the popular acts, which we'll get to on Saturday, you couldn't get in. There was a giant line to get in because it hit capacity. And the stage, they made sure you could not hear that stage anywhere around except if you were in the bar. I don't know if the volume just wasn't loud enough or anything, but we'll get to it. We'll get to how bad it was trying to get into that stage for T-Pain, okay? We'll get to that on day 2. But I wanted to go in and check it out, grab a Heineken. Not the silver. They need to drop Heineken silver. Don't have that. Don't have the silver one. When I say give me a Heineken, don't give me the silver one. And I know why you're giving me the silver one, because you don't have the regular one, because they told you to only sell the silver ones. They're not as good. Sorry, I had to let loose on that take real quick. So yeah, I saw DJ Noah. He was a DJ. His name's Noah. Then I went over to the Do Lab. I wanted to check out the Do Lab. Do Lab's usually one of my, I don't want to say favorite stages, but I go to it when I don't know what to go to. Or I'm like, I don't know, where should I go to? Do Lab. Let's go see what the Do Lab's doing. And the Do Lab schedule, it's one of the toughest ones to know what's happening. You know, they have surprise guests. They have, you never know. You never know. And the new Yuma looks great. Or not Yuma, Do Lab. Sorry. The new Do Lab looks great. They got some new screens. This is the first time. This is the first time that the Do Lab has ever had screens. I know some people are anti-screens, you know, like, oh no, I'm just here to dance. I want the vibe. I don't want to be staring at a screen. I think the Do Lab needed screens because they would put the artist's name on the screens. What a game changer. Especially if you're going to have surprise guests and I walk in and I don't know who it is because you didn't tell me. I mean, yeah, I guess it's fun to try to figure it out or just be like, I don't care who this is, the music vibing. I love that there were screens this time. I thought that was real nice. I like the Do Lab. I did my stretching there every day. Do little stretches. I stretched during Starza. Starza also played the Sahara. I didn't catch her Sahara set, but I did catch a bit of the Do Lab. It was good. It was sick. And then I made my way over to the Sahara. My first look at the new Sahara. It's so far away. I saw skin on skin. So yeah, the new Sahara. What are my thoughts on the new Sahara? I liked it. I love the hill. The So the Sahara moved. It moved like across the street. It takes so long to get to. It takes so long to get to. It is the furthest away stage. And I hate to say it, it always had the worst vibes crowds. Not always, but anytime you saw some sketchy shit, it was usually at Sahara. Stage design, I liked this dome. The dome was really, really cool. We didn't have any screens on the ceiling. They touted how strong the new ceiling is. They made this whole video. The new ceiling can support 77 elephants. I don't know what they said, but where are the screens? Last year we had this really cool UFO, and the screens went all the way out, and really felt like you got enveloped by whatever visual package they were showing off. So we just saw Skin on Skin. Cool house music. And then I believe I went over to Mall Grab. I was hyped for Mall Grab. I was excited to see Mall Grab. Mall Grab was all right. I don't know. I couldn't find a good pocket of people at Mall Grab. Everybody seemed to be kind of just talking. I heard the crowd wah-wah noise a little too much. I don't know. I stayed for a couple songs from Mall Grab. And I also knew I wanted to see Coco Roco. So I did and I went and saw Coco Roco. Coco Roco did great. We watched it till the end. And then we got Late Night Drive Home, which was one that Devin really wanted to see. This was the first one. Well, we met at Coco Roco, me and Devin. Late Night Drive Home was a vibe. Cool indie band. They sound so much like the Strokes. So much like the Strokes. But I like the Strokes. This was in the Sonora. Our first Sonora set. And Sonora's another one that was kind of, I don't want to say hard to get into, but like you had to get into it. Like, you still had to walk back and forth in one of a line, even though there was not never a line, but oftentimes not a line. You still had to like go in. And sometimes you could hear stuff from the outside. I did not count any Sonora that I didn't go in. So I didn't put any yellow on Sonora. If I didn't go in, I didn't see, I didn't count it. But I did go in for Late Night Drive Home. They were really good. And I always love watching from the Sonora bar. They have a bar at the very back. I like that spot. That spot's really nice. We then stayed in the... Did we stay in the Sonora? No, we went out. We went out for a second right after... Because we watched all of Late Night Drive Home. It wasn't a very long set. We then went out to Sid Saram, Indian singer. That was a vibe. Very good singer. That one was a vibe. We tried to see the Japanese house. We went over to the Japanese house right when she was supposed to start. Maybe 3-4 minutes after her start time. And she comes out and is like, so yeah, we're having audio problems. So we're going to be back in like 10 minutes. I don't have 10 minutes. I don't have 10 minutes. Sorry, Japanese house. I got to get to the Beths. And we got to the Beths, and we got good spots for the Beths. Look at that spot. They were so nice. They were so chill. Surf rock act. And so I got to start giving out some awards here. I don't want to do any rankings here. I don't want to be like, my number 1 was this, my number 2. No, that's redundant. I like giving out awards. Awards, you know. And I got to say, most pleasant set. Most pleasant set of day 1 was the Beths. We watched it all, vibed. They're from New Zealand. They said that a few times. All right, who do we see next? Oh, I was hyped for Chappelle Roan. She was one of my number 1s on day 1. And as you can see right here, I didn't get a good spot. They put her on the wrong goddamn stage. Speaking of this stage, though, the Gobi, if we're giving out more awards, best stage. This was actually the best stage, in my opinion. This had the best acts on it. It's arguably one of the smallest stages, but man, the sound. It was the 110. It was the 110 that the sound was really on point. It was loud. The bass was there. You felt that 10, but you had to be inside of it. You had to be inside in the shade. I was not inside. This is me from slightly outside the tent. And yeah, once you're outside the tent, the sound is, you hear a less good sound. I was bummed about my spot at Chappelle Roan. I was like, oh man, look how crowded it is. This is one of the only times that I felt like it was crowded at Coachella. Coachella was so undersold this year. This was the most empty I've ever seen Coachella. And I thought it was kind of empty last year. I mean, not empty, but not very hard to get around. I don't know. It's just when I compare it to like 2010, where that shit was a mess. I loved it. I loved that it wasn't as crowded. That was so much better. But clearly this wasn't sold out. This shit was not sold out. But Chappelle Roan killed it. Chappelle Roan slapped, loved it. It was awesome. But she did not get a blue from me. She couldn't get the blue. Oh. Yeah, unfortunately, we did leave her because I didn't like the spot. I didn't like the spot I got. It was too crowded. And I wanted to see Liam Patrice, French chill funk band, over at the outdoors. So for my first outdoor show, the first show at the outdoor, let's take a look. So they were fun. I liked them. We didn't stay for very long because the outdoor wasn't loud enough. All festival. If there was a loser of a stage this week, it's outdoor. Outdoor got shafted so hard this year. I don't know what happened. Why was it so soft? They never turned it up. And last year we had sets like Chemical Brothers, Eric Prydz, Chris Lake. Dude, that shit was bumping. You felt that in your soul. This stage was they never got that sound right on it. And it's a bummer. And It barely had any acts. It had 4 acts a day for your what's supposed to be your number 2 biggest stage. Why are there so few acts on this? The giant pauses, it made no sense. I was like, what are they doing? So most disappointing stage award goes to outdoor. I don't know. I did catch a few sets there, but any set I caught there, it was mired by the sound. It wasn't right. It wasn't. I don't even want to say it's loud. I don't know. It felt tinny. I don't know. It's not right. It wasn't Chemical Brothers. All right. Easy to get around, though. And the other thing is, this stage was always very not crowded. Like, we deliberately kind of held back here because we liked our spot. We were in a little bit of shade. Could have walked all the way to the rail if I wanted to. Like, look how much space there is in between everybody. Everybody's spread out, which was nice. It's nice to be spread out like that. Anyway, after Liam and Patrice, we went over to Faye Webster. And then I left Devin for that. I left Devin at Faye Webster. He wanted to keep watching Faye Webster. I wanted to check out the new stage. It's the new stage. This is Quasar. And they let DJs do 3-hour sets on it, but they're really good DJs. So they would always open with some DJ who was either playing the Yuma or, some other 10. So a lot of DJs got 2 sets. Patrick Mason was one of them. And actually, I saw Patrick Mason at Cross Festival in the fall. He's a fun, energetic set. That being said, my little stage review of Quasar here. Loved it. It has some issues, but I don't know how they're gonna fix them. But there's a few issues with this stage. The music's great. The sound sounds great. It looks cool, but dude, why is it a pathway? It was just, everybody would walk right through the front of this shit. I was like, okay, if you need to walk by, you don't need to push all the people who are dancing up front to go to the Sahara. People kept fucking walking through this stage, and it totally ruined the vibe of anybody who was really trying to dance. Because people keep bumping into you. People are rude, They don't give a... Especially walkers. People who just walk. You just walk through a fucking dance party? You gotta dance through that shit. What are you talking about? You go, you slowly... you're in no rush. If you want to come that close to the stage, you dance through the crowd. You don't just walk through it like a zombie, bumping into people. I don't know. That's my complaint with Quasar. I don't know how they're gonna fix that. I wouldn't put like a gate or anything around it and say like, oh, don't walk through here. But I mean, there was some sets I was on the rail. I was at the rail because the stage never got very crowded either. Because these are 3-hour DJ sets. People listen to them for about 7 minutes and then move on, which is kind of what I was doing too. But for some of I went all the way to the front, and fuckers would go to the gate and just like, I'm like, no, I'm at the front. No, I'm trying to walk along the gate here. Are you an idiot? No, go around. What are you doing? Oh, but if you can get on stage, and that was another thing, is they had people dancing on stage. They had people dancing on stage, and you're like, oh, how'd they get on stage? Well, apparently, if you asked the security guards at the front, they would show you, and so people would walk through the front, claiming that that's what they were trying to do, and then you just watch them go to the Sahara, and you're like, you liar! Why are you doing this? Why walk through the front of the stage? Go the fuck around. Anyway, it's my complaints about Quasar. Patrick Mason killed it. Love Patrick Mason. All right, who are we going to next? Sabrina Carpenter, snooze. Snooze. I like this little rock thing. When I first showed up and I saw this rock thing, I'm like, oh, whoa, it's a giant piece of elephant shit. That's pretty cool. But I learned to love it. I actually learned the shadows looked really cool on it. At night they had projectors inside of it, which I'll show you in a little bit. The Minecraft stone pillar. I liked it though, because I just like the way the way the shadows worked on it. This thing is soft, by the way. This is all like a weird foam material. So if when you touched it, it was soft. It looks like a rock, but it was actually soft. I saw some kids climb it too. They got up here. Security was like, "Hey, get your ass down. What are you doing?" That's a way to get kicked out of the festival. Anyway, I'm not gonna lie. I had no interest in Sabrina Carpenter. Nothing wrong with Sabrina Carpenter, but I just wanted to get the footage and get out of there. I heard people liked her set though. I heard people liked it. All right, here we go. This set here, it was fucking 10 out of 10. This one blew my mind. Brittany Howard winning the award, most talented. She blew my mind. We watched the entirety of Brittany Howard. Skipped Deftones for it. I said no thank you to Deftones. Deftones, red. Sorry, Deftones. Devin really wanted to see Deftones too, but he agreed with me that Brittany Howard was the right move. I am very bummed I missed Skepta though. Very bummed I missed Skepta. I heard that one was great. I'm not bummed I missed Ken Carson. I heard that one was... If you're a Ken Carson fan, I'm sure you loved it. If you're not... I saw some footage. It looked like a typical hype hip-hop act, but I don't know. And Clooney, I don't know. I feel like... If they gave me one more color in this Clash Finder, I would give a color for acts that I have seen in the last 6 months, and Clooney's one of them. So I don't know. I do like Clooney a lot. And then Record Safari and Fundito, they were openers, which I try to catch the openers. The openers, they're like local DJs who play a lot of Coachellas, and they're not on the poster or anything. They're kind of surprise editions, last second ads, but usually very, very little crowds on that one. But people don't come into the festival very early, and that's always been, that's how every festival is. But Coachella especially, no one shows up until 7. Till it gets dark. No one wants to be out in the sun. Except for me. But Brittany Howard. I know I was on the stream. That was on the screen for a little bit because I was vibing. Oh, she was one of my absolute favorite sets. Perfect. My guitar too. I got a few clips of Britney. I love this song. I love this song so much. Yeah, I lost my shit during that one. That one was great. I'm gonna go watch her new animated movie. What's it called? Where she's a miniature horse. Has anyone seen the trailers for that yet? I didn't know. I found out about it. It got recommended to me because I was doing so much Brittany Howard searching after the set. If you ever have a chance to see her, she will blow your mind. She's such a good singer. Like I love her albums. Her albums are so good. And I like the Alabama Shakes a lot too, but oh man. The Brittany Howard solo albums, they are just that extra level of pure perfection. Yeah, it was so good. It was so good. Every song she sang sounded better live than on the record, which is crazy. Absolutely insane. She blew my mind. And, I gotta say, winner of day one for me. I thought she was, again, I'm not ranking, but I can rank by day. I can say who was the straight up best of the day. It was Brittany Howard. Killed it. Absolutely killed it. After that, I went to Tinashe. Oh, she's up there. Yeah, that was me. There's going to be a few of these clips. You're going to hear me singing. So I should probably warn you about that. I didn't stay very long for Tinashe, but I did like what I saw. As you see, she had a crowd. Look how far back I am. I was like, oh, I'm not going to be able to get very close. But yeah, she did really well. She did well. Who else did I get? I like Lil Uzi Vert. I mean, I like him. I thought this was a good set. That was pretty cool. All right, you ready for this next footage, though? You're going to like this next footage. I went inside of the giant stone during Lil Uzi, and this is what I saw. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was the best art piece. That was the best art piece of the set, of the festival. That was good. Look at that. That's cool. That's some cool projection mapping. I tripped out to that, to Lil Uzi Vert. But yeah, I went in here for a few sets. Peso Pluma. J Balvin, I went in here for a little bit. But we'll get to that. This is the only footage I have inside of it, though. Lil Uzi Vert, though, yeah, I like Lil Uzi Vert. It's a good set. People seem to be vibing to it, I think. Who else was on during Lil Uzi Vert? So, I as you can see, I skipped a lot of Yuma. I didn't go back into the Yuma all day. Just because it was like so out of the way, And also the Heineken house. I never went back into the Heineken house. I didn't actually see what the line was like for Bob Sinclair. I did really want to see Bob Sinclair, but I don't know, because he was the headliner that night, but I don't know how many people were going to go see Bob Sinclair over Bizarrap. So, yeah, I don't know. But if anybody was at Bob Sinclair, Tell me how that line was. All right. I also missed Black Country New Road. I heard they had sound bleed issues though. That was a problem. Yeah, outdoor stage, you could hear, or in the Sonora, you could hear main stage and outdoor stage inside of that tent, which that was kind of rough. The couple of sets got sound bleed in the Sonora tent. That's where. Sorry, I heard Bob Sinclair. Yeah, Bob Sinclair. World, hold on. Yeah, I love that song. I'm sad I skipped that one. Black Country New Road, I had to skip. I had to skip Another. I wanted to see Another really bad. I heard this Kevin DeVries Kolsch set was banging too. I wanted to see Blondish as well. I really wanted to see Anna Leno. Anna Leno is one of my favorites, but unfortunately I just didn't make it over the Dewlab for that one. Ugh. Where did I go to next? Oh, I met with a couple of my co-workers who were working at the festival, actually. They were working Quasar stage. So yeah, I met a couple of my co-workers. They were cool. They're happy to see me. I go by Shaggy when I work. I don't know. There's a lot of Zachs apparently in the Screen Tech verse, so everybody just calls me Shaggy because I like Scooby-Doo. I came in with the Scooby-Doo shirt once, and they're like, "Oh shit, you're Shaggy." I'm like, "All right, I guess I'm Shaggy now." It just stuck. Hung out with them for a bit. They're like, "Where are you going?" I'm going to Bizarrap. I'm going to Bizarrap and No, I went to the Dare first. Sorry, I lied. On my way to Bizarrap. I caught that Dare set. The Dare is Charlie XCX, and it was a cute little hyperpop vibe. I stayed for about 5 minutes, and then saw my coworkers, talked to them a bit, and went over to No, I also filmed this. Green Velvet back-to-back Honey Dijon. They were all right. They're, I've seen Green Velvet is... He just plays everything. It is impossible not to see Green Velvet. Not that I don't like Green Velvet, but, Bizarrap! Yeah, Bizarrap was a freaking party. Everybody was going hard on this one. This was a good set. It was a good set. I liked it. Had good visuals too. People were hyped for that one. And then, yes, I was there when he brought out Shakira, which is insane because there were rumors that she approached Coachella to headline this year, and they said no. Why? I would have seen a Shakira headlining set. So I was happy she was here. That being said, did she do any singing? I don't think she sang. But I do like that song. It was a good song, but and it was kind of weird that she advertised her upcoming tour, and our tour just began now. We just started it. I'm like, oh, okay. You could have done some singing then. But okay, no, it's a DJ set. I get it. I still love the song. Right? So it's like, such a good song, but clearly not live vocals. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm an asshole, and it's like, no freaking way, right? So yeah, I caught as much as I could of Bizarrap. Kept hanging with my co-workers for a bit. They're like, where are you heading off to next? And I'm like, I'm going Dewlab. And they're like, who's playing Dewlab? And I'm like, Salute. And they're like, oh, you like Salute. They knew I liked Salute because I played it while we were working. Last year, I believe we were on a set, and I'm like, check out this guy, Salute. I love Salute. And they're all like, you know, house music fans. They like all types of music. My coworkers are cool, but this was nice. And this is another guy I saw at Cross Festival in the fall, and I loved his set in the fall. I had to see it at night. But he played Joy. Love Salute. That was one of my favorite Dewlab sets. Y'all want to see Yoasobi? It's fun. It was a fun one. I liked it. I wish I'd stayed a little longer for Yoasobi, but I knew Neil Francis was about to end. And I wanted to get my Neil Francis footage. Here it is. Let's write a cover. They were doing a cover. I had some people hyping up Neil Francis to me, but they sounded all right. Seemed okay. Because this one has Chloe up next, which I saw just a little second of. That was all the way over in Mojave after Yoasobi. Oh, no, that's in the Gobi. Did I get that right? No, yeah, they were right after Neil Francis. That's right. What did I do between Neil Francis and... I thought I went to everything. Oh, you know what I did? I messed up my order again. I messed up my order again in the Instagram stories. The footage is later on. I did go check out Everything Always for like a second. I didn't like it. It wasn't loud enough. A bunch of talkers around, and there was like no visuals. like none. And the lighting wasn't very good. The music kind of seemed a little boring. I don't know. I don't want to be a hater. I don't hate any sets. I don't hate on any sets, but I think they're the award for most disappointing DJ set. I have to give it to Everything Always. I didn't know what it was going to be. You know, it's Dom Dolan, John Summit. I know they're two kind of bro-y tech house DJs. I like tech house, though. I like it. I like dancing. I don't know. I just couldn't dance to it. So I walked away. Got good spots. Who do you think I got good spots for? Yeah, Clowncore. Oh, I've got thoughts about Clowncore. I saw Clowncore. These are good spots for Clowncore because this tent was full. I had a feeling that if you didn't show up a little early, you weren't going to be able to get into the tent, which sometimes happens at Sonora for particularly interesting acts. I gotta say, so I am gonna bitch about the lineup for a second. Yes, this was a famously disappointing lineup for Coachella this year. I'll admit it. I thought it was too. Still had a lot of fun. I'll always have a lot of fun. I don't care. But this is the greatest music festival in the world, baby. I should feel no disappointment by any lineup. But what I love about Coachella is they always have like when you see that lineup, a name that you're like, oh, whoa, how they got them? Whoa. And there were very few, very, very few of those names this year. Clowncore. Clowncore was the first one where I looked. I'm like, oh shit, they got Clowncore. Where are they gonna? Oh, they're gonna put him in Sonora for sure. I love the Clowncore videos and all. I kind of fucked myself on this. I spoiled this set for myself. I basically watched this set on YouTube where they performed somewhere else, and it seemed they were doing exactly that. And so they started off with that, bam bam. So annoying. I did not stay for very long for Clowncore. It's not because I don't like them. It's not because I don't think they are mind-bending music with some of the craziest dumb visuals. No. It's not why I left. I left because they put clowns in the crowd walking around popping balloons in people's ears, and one of them got me. One of them got me so bad. It was like during one of the ambient bits too, where I'm kind of like, whoa, pop! Like, what the? And I turn, and there's a fucking clown staring at me. I turned to Devin. I'm like, we got to get out of here. I can't. It scared me so bad. Which I guess was the point. It was so unsettling. Put a bunch of clowns in the crowd popping balloons. And they were doing it right in people's ears. Oh, did it right here. I thought a gunshot went off. All right, like that was not cool. I left, which I feel like that's what they were trying to make me do. So the award for band that most wanted me to leave goes to Clowncore, which I respect. I expected nothing less. I'm glad I saw him though, because when I walked out of there, there was quite a bit of a line getting into Sonora. It seemed like, what a weird one. What a weird nightmare. Oh, I did get everything always. So you hear how soft that is, right? You hear how soft that is. Yes. Okay, first off, I did go see Peso Pluma. And I loved Peso Pluma. I watched quite a bit of Peso Pluma. Peso Pluma was sick. They were sick. I liked him. I watched a lot of him in that projector too, in the projector room. But Peso Pluma, he's a good singer. I liked it. I thought it was cool. People were really vibing to it. But I have footage of Peso Pluma a little bit later. It's out of order. And I also have photos and video of Peggy Gou. We also went to Peggy Gou just for a little bit. I know a lot of people were saying Peggy Gou's set was mid. Not bad. Mid. We got to stop using mid as a negative connotation. Mid means perfectly fine. Which is what I thought it was. It wasn't really what I expected from her. I thought it was going to be more, I don't know, tropical. It was kind of a typical house DJ set, but I watched it from the hill. That was the first time I climbed that hill was for Peggy Gou. That was sick. I have some footage of me climbing the hill too. Well, that'll come up in a bit. But yes, Yes, I saw the anime girl. Okay, I saw the AI animated girl. Are you all happy? She sucked. And the award for set that I most didn't want to actually attend, but I did anyway. Hatsune Miku, everybody. She didn't even have a hologram. Why? Look how dumb that screen looks. Look, they didn't even bother removing the header bars on the top of the screen. The screen looks like... I'm sorry. Again, I'm a screen guy. I build these screens for work. This one looks shitty, especially when the whole concept is that she's a hologram and she's, you can believe that she's... I never thought she was on stage once. I'm like, oh yeah. I'm watching a big TV show. And people, I don't know. Some people were vibing to it. I saw most people walking out of this shit. Yeah, I don't know. I was not impressed by Hatsune Miku. I thought it was dumb. Apparently she had a band. I can't see the band. You're telling me to look at a fucking TV screen. I'll look at it hologram. Coachella, you're famous for the holograms. Tupac, all that. I get it. When you got movies like Tom Cruise in them, when you got an act that's famous for being a hologram, that's her whole shtick. You come out in a weak ass LED wall. Oof. I was not impressed. All right, it's time for the one I was most excited for this weekend, or this not weekend, but this day. Day one, my headliner was Justice. I love Justice. I definitely like their old songs way more than their new ones, to be honest. I know, hot take. Real hot take. Did Uvi show up? I don't think so. Let's watch the footage real quick. They got my song. They opened with my song. This is my song. My favorite Justice song. So, again, I am at the sound booth. I am right next to a speaker. I should theoretically be in a spot that sound is good. Does that sound loud enough to you? Does this sound loud enough to you guys? No, right? But you can hear everyone talking. Right? I'm not crazy. Right? Everyone thought this too, right? Outdoor is so not loud enough. It's for Justice. And I hate to say it, like, Justice did great. Loved the lights were insane. They started off real minimal and then they would slowly change colors. When the lights changed to gold after being white for the first 3 songs, that was sick. And then it turns into like a rainbow border, and oh, the visuals were there. They were good. They were really good. That being said, I did not stay for the entire set. No, I tried. I know. I thought that one was going to be blue. I thought it was going to be blue. It just wasn't loud enough. I wasn't I wasn't getting assaulted by sound. It felt like it was far away, and then even when I got a little closer, didn't make a difference. It's like that set max volume just wasn't there, and I think a lot of the speaker towers weren't even on. This outdoor sound, it was really bad. Most disappointing stage, but I still love Justice. They had a great set, amazing visuals, but I got hungry. And my boy Devin, who had no interest in Justice, I have no idea how he was raised that way, but well, he's a big Suki Waterhouse fan is what it was. He really wanted to see Suki Waterhouse. So I got a bite to eat. I did see a lot of Justice. I want to say I saw about 40 minutes of Justice. I was there for a bit. I sat down. I ate. I had some ice cream. Had some real good ice cream. And then I walked over to Suki Waterhouse. And she was just about the end of her set. Met up with Devin after, but yeah. Very pretty, but like I knew Lana was going to be the closer. I don't know how much of that. I don't know if I can do Suki Waterhouse Lana. That is sleepy. Not in a bad way. We're going to get to Lana. I did see Lana. I did. I'll tell you my thoughts. But a set I was super hyped for, Ante Up, Chris Lake, Chris Lorenzo. They got some of my favorite songs. I love that Pizza song. I love the Weekend song. I love Chromatic. This is Automatic. That song is dope. This was a cool set. I liked it. It had a really cool intro with I forgot his name, but he's on that one song where he's talking. He does a spoken word intro. He was like all the way up here doing it. He had like some sort of rafter or something. This is hard. And it's just, the sound is so much better in the Mojave than it was in the outdoor. How is that? You guys have way more speakers in the outdoor. How is it louder in the Mojave? And I'm pretty far back. For it too. So, and it was still pretty loud. I don't know. I like the set. It was pretty good. It did not get a blue from me, unfortunately. Yeah, it wasn't quite blue. Because I did want to see Lana. She's the headliner. All my buddies were there, so I met up with my buddies. And they wanted to go really close for Lana. And I'm like, why? I want to be back by the rock thing, sitting down, having a nice sit. I want to sit. Like, no, we want to get as close as we can. What? So I ditched them. So I solo cella, baby. I'm sitting down. One of the ladies in the group sat with me for a bit and then realized I was boring as fuck. It's like, I'm going to see if I can go catch him. All right, bye. Lana Del Rey. First off, I didn't have that much interest in Lana Del Rey. I've tried my best to get into her discography. I think I understand the fandom, what people love about her, and all that. I know my sister is a huge Lana Del Rey fan. And she has a few songs I like. I like the Summertime Sadness, the video games, the one from The Great Gatsby. I think I arrived. I arrived at Summertime Sadness. Is that the next clip? Yeah. Did anybody see it? Did anybody see Lana Del Rey like on the stream? What was everybody's thoughts? I want to know what everybody's thoughts were first before I give mine. So it seemed like the general consensus online is that she kind of seemed nervous and had mic issues. And that it was slow and, dreary performance. And I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what I thought Lana was going to be. And I'm kind of digging this. I think it's good. I thought she's fine. Yeah, she's looks nervous and sad up there. That's her aesthetic, isn't it? It's like... That's why people relate to her, right? And she's this nervous, stoned, emotional wreck on stage. I thought this is what you all came here for. I mean, the mic issues, I can see where people were talking about that. They weren't that bad. And you saw it in the clip, too. She would have moments, She would have moments where she's like, oh, wow, she's a really good singer. And then, yeah, I guess her mic just wasn't working right or something. But there were times, the set was full of little, ooh, she did that part well. Ooh, she did that part well. I like that. And then, like, ooh, she's kind of struggling. oh. I don't mind that. I mean, a headlining set. It's a little, and I don't want to say embarrassing. The only set that was embarrassing was Grimes, but the outro was cool. But basically, I was kind of walking around. I got an air drink. I ended up sitting at the bar, resting my legs for a bit. I did get a little bored. And I knew that there was one. Well, first off, I went over to the Yuma to go to the bathroom. All right. I gotta warn you all. There's gonna be a lot of bathroom talk tonight. All right. It's the one thing I was really dreading about Coachella is I hate the bathrooms. I hate shitting in porta potties. Inside of the venue this year, I don't know how they did it, but a lot of those porta potties were pristine. They were very nice. they were clean. Like I don't know if I just had good karma or something. But it always seemed like I kept walking into porta potties that had just been changed out. And I did witness, them changing out one half of the porta potties, and then the other half was open, and you waited. Oh, they were done with these ones. They just finished these ones. That was nice. That was real nice. In the Yuma bathrooms, not the bathrooms inside of the Yuma, but right outside of the Yuma. Those were decent porta potties. So I went over, got my Gorgon City on inside of the porta potty. But I did not go into the Yuma, so I'm not counting it. I'm not counting that one. But I want to report to anybody who might be wondering, no lines at the Yuma, the Yuma, even at night for Gorgon City, who I thought I thought they were, I was worried. I was worried for where they were. I'm like, they're pretty big. They shouldn't be in the Yuma. That might be a nightmare, especially against Lana. There's gonna be people who want something dancey. No, I mean, there were people there, but they were walking through the line. Nobody was waiting. And that was really the only set that I think would have to be worried about a line. After I took my shit at Gorgon City, my Gorgon shitty, I decided to go visit the Sahara. I'm not a huge fan of Swedish House Mafia, but I did end up seeing both of the Swedish House Mafia sets this week. Okay. But I went over to Steve Angello. I wanted to see what the vibe was like. I was surprised how few people there were. Yo, this festival didn't sell out at all. Golden Voice, you're a bunch of fucking liars. You're such liars. This is what Steve Angello's crowd looks like. Look at it. The hill was empty. Yeah. Because you'd be like, oh, well, they're all at Gorgon City. I was just at Gorgon City. There was no line for Gorgon City. Maybe it's pretty packed in the tent, but I mean, previous years, the closer of the Yuma? No, you weren't getting in that. It was the line would be too long. This year, no, never an issue. And then Sahara still looks like this. I'm not complaining. I like it. I think it's cool that I can walk around, go wherever I want. But I'm shocked. I'm shocked that there's this few people at the closer of Sahara. Honestly, they gave him a bad slot. Closer should not have gone to Steve Angello. I hate to say it, it should have gone to ATs. I missed ATs too. I really wanted to see ATs. I'm actually bummed I missed ATs. They should have closed. They should have closed that stage. I bet you they would have had a way bigger crowd than Steve Angello. And I don't think there's much overlap of ATs and Lana Del Rey fans, are there? Like the people coming for ATs was their headliner. They weren't going to miss ATs. But I missed ATs, and that was one of my biggest misses. Oh, Twitter was all over ATs. Did anybody see ATs? Anybody check it out? Check out the live stream of it or anything? I haven't even seen a second of it. But I did see Lana. After I vibed at Angello for like 2 minutes, I went back to Lana, finished off Lana, watched the rest of her set. I thought it was pleasant. Again, I was so tired by the end of the first day that I was happy to sit down like at the bar steps of main stage and far away and watch Lana. I was surprised how bad of reviews she got though, right? Again, just coming from last year where Frank Ocean didn't even finish his set. I was not mad about Lana Del Rey at all. Again, and I came in with, I don't want to say low expectations, but kind of just the right expectations. I liked her. I thought she was better than I thought she would be. I enjoyed her more than I thought I would, is basically. But she looked so nervous and sad up there, Zach. I thought that was her whole aesthetic. What are you guys talking about? What, you like people whose aesthetic is sad and nervous? Yeah, you don't? I like any aesthetic, whatever. After the night was done, we still had the silent disco. I skipped all of the silent disco. Yeah, I vibed at my campsite, hanging with the neighbors for a couple hours. Caught the end of Wave Groove's Turndown set. Also checked out Joe Nora. Stayed up to around 3. Got some sleep. And that's the end of day 1. I know. You're probably like, wow, how much more of this video's left? Just a lot. Don't look at the don't look at the time. All right, day 2, Saturday, by far, clearly, obviously, by a mile, the best day. Honestly, they should have moved a lot of these acts to Sunday to make Sunday better. Saturday was too stacked, and I think I got the most misses. I think Saturday I was not good at leaving sets. I was having trouble. There was a lot of sets that I was really excited for, and I ended up watching all of. Oh, first off, I got 2 more clips. I had to show you. Peggy Goo from the top of the hill. I like the hill. The hill was a nice vibe. And Pace of Pluma. I like Pace of Pluma. That one was good. And then Keyspan, he opened to Yuma. Watch this. Boom. This is honestly how the Yuma was for most of the festival. One person. Nobody in there. Now, the festival had opened its gates maybe 4 or 5 minutes before this was taken. We are the first ones, like, in the festival. So, keep that in mind. But they did do Keyspan real dirty by not opening those gates for 20 minutes. That was dumb. And Ben Sterling was right after him, which was cool. Alright, this is me climbing the hill. Watch this. There I go. Look how fat my ass is. So yeah, that was me climbing the hill. All right, we're on day 2. Okay, now we're on day 2. Now it's officially day 2. I booked it straight. This time they actually did open the gates on time, which was good. So I headed straight for the Do Lab to get my stretch on. It's my Coachella tradition every day. Go to the Do Lab, do a little bit of yoga, do a little push-ups, do a solid 1-minute plank, just do a stretch, get my body limber, and the Do Lab is a great place to do that. Start off Maddie Maya, back-to-back Toddy, they were sick. And then my second Elusive set. The last one I filmed too. I didn't film his third one. Elusive, they put him on the Gobi. That was sick. Right there. Hung out with a couple of the Beat Cinema folks there. And I think he had a drummer too. See? Yeah, Elusive was chill. Kenya Grace. Speaking of chill, Kenya Grace was very chill. Chill, liquid drum and bass with live vocals. She was good. I liked it. I didn't stay for very long though. I didn't get to hear her famous song, the whatchamacallit, the Stranger song. That we get in your car, you didn't fucking text me back. What the hell is wrong with you? That song.
beliefs are fairly commonplace and simple to understand. Humankind is simply materialized color operating on the 49th vibration. You would make that conclusion walking down the street or going to the store.
It's true. Yeah, so the Aquabats, they're one of my absolute favorite bands, like, of all time. I grew up with the Aquabats. I've listened to them my entire life. I love everyone. I know every song. Like, they are one I've listened to every album front to back hundreds of times. I love them. I love ska. I used to be a big ska head in high school. Freshman year of high school, that's all I listened to was ska. But Aquabats are always my absolute favorite of that genre. And I'm a big fan of funny music. I don't know. Just when you add humor to music, it always takes it to a much catchier, memorable level that I really love. And the Aquabats are absolute kings and legends of that shit. I've seen them more times than I can count. I used to go to the cadet shows in San Diego. I've seen them in Orange County. I've seen them fucking everywhere. It was so cool that they were at Coachella. This is not the first time they've been at Coachella, but it's the first time they were in the Sonora, the smallest tent, but the most intimate tent too, and where they belonged as well. I am glad that I got there early for it, because apparently the line for Aquabats to get into that tent shortly before they started was the longest line in outside of the Heineken house. You know, like, it was insane. But I got in, and I got really, really good spots. Check it out. Super rad! Here's my singing. That's my favorite Aquabat song. Red Sweater is my favorite Aquabat song. It's so good. And then Shark Fighter. Yeah, I couldn't stop singing for that one. I couldn't stop singing for Aquabats. But yeah, hardest crowd award, the moshing, best inflatables. Yo Gabba Gabba showed up. It was good. It was really good. He kept shouting out Paul Tollett, the owner. Because you don't know, the guy who started Coachella, his name is Paul Tollett. I call him Paul Toilet because it's funny. But he started off as a ska band manager. He managed the Aquabats back in the 90s. So it makes sense. It makes sense they got booked. But man, they had a huge crowd. I think that was a bigger crowd than Coachella expected. But again, kind of proves the point. You know, I hate to compare them to Clowncore, but it's a name on the lineup that you see and you're like, oh, I want to check that out. Oh, what's the Aquabats? That sounds cool. They have an exclamation point in their title. I want to see that. I think a lot of people thought that. That being said, I mean, there were kids in that audience, and I saw one poor dad, because the mosh pit came out of nowhere. They started when they brought pizzas out, some asshole fucking got on top of them and was like floating through the crowd. I get it. Looks cool. That shit hit me in the fucking neck, and I was like, what the? And they just trampled over me. I'm like, fuck you guys. You gotta give some, like, hey, watch out, watch out, watch out. None of that. Just slam into the back of my neck with a guy riding an inflatable pizza. I get it. It's fun. It also fucking hurt. And there's kids in that audience. There's kids in the audience. So when that mosh pit came out of nowhere, dude, that poor dad is just running out with the kid. The singer saw it too, and the singer saw it and made sure to like point out the kid to bring the kid out on stage later, which is good. But like, I don't want to say it felt like an ironic mosh pit, but it went too hard at the beginning, and then people started easing up. I think once they saw, hey, there's kids here. Yes, they're ska punk or whatever that, but like, I don't hear none of y'all singing. I'm the only one singing. This is very much a sing-along band. But loved them. Aquabats were one of my absolute favorites. I'll say most fun. There we go. Gets the award for most fun of Saturday. The Aquabats, and there it is, a very proud blue. The bluest of blue. Look, red, 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 red. Yellow because I passed by it. I was at the Aquabats. Right there. Whole time. Because of course I was going to be. One of my main misses, though, it's not technically a miss because I did get footage, but I really wanted to catch all of Ray's set. I love Ray. Ray's been putting out some good new music, and I freaking love it. I only got to catch the end of her set, though, and I was really far away. I love the song, though. She killed it, though. I was sad I didn't get to see more of Ray. But I wasn't leaving. First off, I couldn't leave the Aquabats. I was too far up front. There's no way I was going to get out of that crowd. But I did. I got my Ray. I got at least a little bit of Ray. But wanted more Ray for sure. Who else did I see? I saw San Fake Land. They were pretty fun. I checked them out for a few minutes. And yeah, big surprise of the weekend. They were not part of the lineup. They got announced last second, but Vampire Weekend. Yay, it's like I'm back in college. I know a lot of people love their new album. I thought it was fine. It's like I gotta learn to love it. I like it, but I feel like I need to learn to love the new album. But I mean, Vampire Weekend was a classic high school college band for me. A-Punk, Oxford Comma, which they didn't play. That was annoying. I was mad they didn't play that one. Like, I don't like their second album very much either. They played a lot of their second album. It's that first album I'm always in on. That being said, I was determined to make Vampire Weekend blue, and I did. I watched all 45 minutes of it, which was not a long enough set for them. When their set was, I think everybody was like, wait, wow, yeah, they were only 45 minutes. They didn't get to a lot. And, some people complained about this. Some people thought it was cool and funny. I'm kind of leaning towards the former on this, but they brought out Paris Hilton. She was playing some game or something. So cornhole. Forgot who she was playing cornhole with. But they like make a point as, oh, it's Paris Hilton, everybody. She's playing cornhole. And then they do one song for 10 minutes. And it's not one of their, better songs. And it just seemed like, hey, you only have 45 minutes and you're missing a lot of songs I wanted you to play. Like, I didn't even hear you say, again, I'm not a fan of the second album, but Horchata, like, there's a lot missing here. What's going on? But I still liked it. I don't like that I was out in the sun. This was the one set where I felt that sun. I was like, oh man, I'm getting toasty. Still, Ezra is a great singer, great leading man. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I blued it. I gave it a blue. That's a pretty big... And as you see, the most blues. This is the day I have the most blues. And I had a Never Blue. I blew it again. With Last Dinner Party. Oh, now... This blue is a little suspect. I left during their last song because I knew it was going to be their last song. So I heard it. By the time they were like, yeah, bye-bye, guys, I was over by the Mojave. I could still hear it. Still caught the whole set. And that last song is not my favorite song of theirs. Everybody knows it. The Nothing Matters. Yeah. It's a good song, but clearly made to be a single in a very cohesive concept album. So and all the other songs I really fuck with. But yeah, Last Dinner Party, they were great. Yeah, this guy was flying the whole time too. And then I sprinted. If you see the right here, Jersey, I was excited I wanted to see Jersey real bad, but I knew they were on during Last Dinner Party, so I got a little worried about that. Right here, you see that little sliver. Jersey went to 8 to 30. They went to 15. I had 15 minutes to run over to Jersey, catch a second of Jersey. Just a second of Jersey. And then we got another, and then I blued it again. And then we got blue. Sublime. I love Sublime. I don't care. I grew up in Southern California. You're legally not allowed to not love Sublime down here. Okay? It's against the law down here. So good. They're one of my favorite bands. And yes, Bradley's son, Jacob, is the new singer. So it's Jacob up there with a bunch of old guys. Loved them. One of the best vibes. We were pretty far back, but that was just kind of by choice. We just liked the spot we were in. There were a lot of good people around. Definitely the award for best smelling set of day 2. Legs. Watch, I got the DJ part here. I knew the DJ part was coming. I'm like, are they gonna DJ it? He's gonna scratch it? Yes, he is scratching it live. That's sick. I thought that was really cool that they did that part scratching live. Very, very 90s, early 2000s behavior there to have a DJ scratch. So yeah, I got to admit, I cry a lot at concerts when I like things. when I'm particularly moved by pieces of music. And Sublime was the first act to make me cry at the very end when he said, "I love you, Dad." After hearing the whole set and just how good it was, how good of a singer he is, there was tears. I loved Sublime. They were so good. Better than I thought they would be, to be honest. We didn't quite know what Jacob could do, and man, Jacob killed it. Jacob slapped. All right, I went back over to Quasar. Checked out Carlita. I have Carlita Green. She also played the Yuma. So it says that I saw Carlita in the Yuma. I did not see Carlita in the Yuma, but I've seen Carlita twice now. This is my third time seeing Carlita. I've seen Carlita quite a bit, but cool little set, the Quasar. What I was waiting for, I wanted to make sure I got there for the intro for Michael Beebe. Beebe. Anybody know Michael Beebe's story? He's an up and coming, I would call him inspirational tech house. Tech house with a lot of inspirational vibes, which I like. He's got really good mixes. I don't think he produces very much music, but he's an amazing song selector and DJ mixer. Well, he was diagnosed with a rare form of brain cancer, I believe last year or something. And just like a less than the couple days before they announce this brand new stage, the Quasar, where DJs are going to be doing extended long form sets, it was announced that he was cancer free. Fuck cancer. Fuck cancer, right, everybody? Cancer's the worst. So we all wanted to see his first set back after beating cancer, after kicking cancer right in the ass. This was his intro.
Of pain, suffering, hardship. But I've come out the other side stronger, and it's brought me to where I am here today. I never gave up hope. With your help, I proceeded to be the man I used to be.
So yeah, you see, it turns into like a funky, chill house, but yeah, that was cool. That was a cool little, nice thing. I didn't really want to see bleachers that much. I filmed them as I was walking by. Apparently Taylor Swift was there. I don't care. Apparently Taylor Swift was there. Cool. Palace. This was a sweet band. I walked up onto them. You know, I knew what they were about, but I'm like, I'll catch a little Palace. I liked them. They were good. And I walked over to John Batiste. John Batiste was really good. His sound still sucked, but like just performance-wise, you're just like, oh man, this guy's into it. Oh no. Biggest disappointment of the night. I tried to get into T-Pain for the Heineken house, and it didn't happen. This is as close as I could get. That sucked. You notice you can't hear it. He's playing there. They're playing. You can't hear it. Why can't you hear it? Put some fucking speakers up here. Put some speakers up here. Put a screen and let us watch it from the food court. What the fuck you guys do? Like, they need to stop booking headliners at the Heineken House. It always leads to disappointment. Everyone's mad about it. I really wanted to see T-Pain. I heard his set was so good. Big same for Lupe Fiasco. This is dumb. This is just dumb. What's the point of this? We're making the people who got inside happy. Are you? They waited there for 2 hours. I'm sure they're happy that they got their show, but that's 2 hours of prime Coachella time you're missing. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. God, I'm so mad at the Heineken House. I wanted to see T-Pain so bad. And everybody did too. Walking around the campsite, who did I hear playing on campers' speakers more than T-Pain? Nobody. Everyone at that festival was there for T-Pain. Why is he in the Heineken House? Why can't I hear him? The stage is right there. I should be able to hear the stage. And no, I can't. It's so dumb. Anyway, I heard T-Pain had a good set. Shout out to him. Blur's never coming back, apparently. Nah, I refuse. I refuse to be disappointed by Damon at Coachella one more time. It's never going to happen. Every time he's at fucking Coachella, I'm ready to see. I'm there, and he disappoints me. He has a weird song list for whatever it is, whether it's Gorillaz or Blur. I heard they didn't even play the Universal. And so yeah, there's a whole thing where apparently it's in the news. Did you hear this? That Damon was really dour and complaining that the crowd wasn't singing along because he doesn't realize in America they have one song that's popular. Yeah, you're big and over the pond. We get it. Here in America, it's song 2 and that's it. And yeah, that song sucks ass. Or you know what, Damon? Maybe people aren't singing along because you guys aren't playing very well. Right? Right? It's so boring. Even Devin, who loves Blur was his headliner tonight, was like, wow, that they were weak tonight. I just filmed a little art piece. I thought this was the weakest of the art pieces too. This one was, I don't know, is it Lisa Frank Vomit Nightmare? I don't know, it's nothing. It didn't like utilize like the op art aspect that I think it was going for in any sort of like meaningful way, in my opinion. Yes, I'm critiquing art. I'm saying, like, when you get up close to that thing, you should kind of like be in another world. When you walk through this thing, you're just like, oh, there's some things just sitting here and they're all colorful. And the things spin. Things spin for some reason. It's not particularly awesome to look at. Whereas the giant stone thing, they would have different lighting and the shadows would switch. That was pretty cool. But and then the other art piece, I'm still critiquing art. Hey Damon, I'm gonna critique all the art pieces instead of you. Okay, is that fine? All right. The other art piece was done by Hannah, and she's famous for concrete 3D printed. So she's like, it's like, lines of concrete and all. And so she had a bunch of benches and stuff made out of concrete 3D printing. And then they had like these wooden poles that went really high in the air. In my opinion, they didn't need the wooden poles. I thought the 3D concrete was cool. I didn't need the Burning Man-esque poles going into the sky. I thought it was just Burning Man-ish, you know. But when I read the description, is like, yeah, the 3D concrete blocks, they can be moved around and you can create a house. If you put this piece with this piece and this piece and you stack them in a certain way. So the whole concept is like, it was kind of like a deconstructed house, but it turned into benches with Burning Man wooden poles sticking out into the sky. And there's my critique of the art projects. Blur's set, I heard it was so boring. I knew I was going to skip it. I knew I was, because... Y'all ready? Y'all ready for the winner of set of the night? The most mind-melting set of Coachella, and one of the most under-attended. There were very few people in the tent. But I came for this, man. I really wanted to see the 1-0-Tricks Point Never set. And yes, I blew it. I fucking blew it. Favorite OPN album? Can I say Echo Jams? Am I allowed to say Echo Jams? I know it's technically Chuck Person, but that's one of my formative fucking albums. I really like his new one too. I like his new one. I forgot the name. What's the one that Animals is on? The one that Animals is on is really fucking good too. That's actually probably my favorite. The one that Animals is on, and he played Animals. Animals is so fucking good. Again, I'm not ranking anything, but it was my favorite set of the weekend. It was the most special for me. The most tailored to me set. I got front row in the middle. It's just me and him next to each other. Look, he's right there singing to me. The bass was so loud in this tent too. And they're right here. So let me explain exactly how cerebral and cinematic this set was, and how subtle it was. You had to figure out what was going on. So the visuals in the background are all being filmed right here on a small miniature shoebox set with little miniature puppets. Some of the puppets look like puppets, but some of the puppets are controlled with these unseen back motors, and he's controlling them with a PS3 controller. So it looks like live stop motion. And they're filming it live. And it takes you like 3 or 4 minutes to figure that out. You're like, what's that other guy doing on the table over there? Is he just like, is he rearranging things for OPN? What is he doing over there? Turns out that guy, I think his name is Frida something. He's a visual artist who does a lot of like, I would call it DIY camera work, little tiny cameras, little tiny miniature sets. And he had just a bunch of scenes that looked like the tent. It looked like a little miniature version of the Gobi, and then him vibing out and doing little stop motion. The frame rate, he was like live fucking up the frame rate on it, which looked really cool. It was perfectly blended with OPN's music videos and found footage and all that. And the bass was so big. It was so good. It was amazing. He's playing the guitar. Yeah. Yeah, it's the best set. So, what was extra special about this set? Did anybody see what was that? Did anybody see socials about? Nobody talked about this set, by the way. Nobody's talking about this set online except for the vaporwave heads and the few people that saw the live stream. But I made the live stream. It's me, guys. They filmed me. This is such a funny picture. It's such a good picture. Yeah, I was losing my mind. And the way that this guy's looking at me too, like, damn, am I gonna need to help him? No, I got out of there safe, guys. Don't worry. That's Earth Eater behind me too. Earth Eater who played the Sonora. I did not make it in for Earth Eater. I'm so bummed about that. When was Earth Eater? Right here. She was right after the Beths. How did I skip Earth Eater? That was a bummer. And I didn't even realize it was Earth Eater until somebody, as I was walking up, mentioned it to me. It was like, Earth Eater was behind you. I'm like, what? Yeah. She's right over there. I'm like, okay. I'm cold. I'm cold, and I need a jacket. I'm gonna go back to my campsite. One old Tricks Boy never blew my fucking mind. I was tripping balls. I truly was. And what's really cool. First off, a bunch of people like on Reddit said, dude, that guy who's tripping to OPN is a legend and shit like that, which, cool. Thanks, guys. Our man OPN posted it in his story. There I am. So apparently he liked it. And I replied saying, "Hey, that's me. Your set absolutely blew my freaking mind. Thank you so much. So glad. Thank you for being there." So yeah. OPN messaged me. No big deal, you know what I'm saying? Wow, I'm besties with Daniel. Yep, he loves me now. But yes, this is definitely gonna be one of our new emotes. It's gonna be a very good emote. Yeah, just super trippy music. And yes, I do have the footage of it. There I am. They zoom in on me. The guy looking at you really adds to it. I talked to him right before the set started. He was a cool guy. He was a Nathan Fielder fan. Like a baby being shown a magic trick. I don't know. I feel like that's the reaction he's going for, right? That's the proper reaction to this type of music, right? I'm on the jumbo. Oh yeah. My campsite neighbor, he was apparently walking by this set, and he saw me on screen. He was like, "Holy shit, my neighbor!" And he's tripping balls. All right. First off, let me, since this one's going on YouTube, let me defend myself for a second here. All right, I get it. You look at this and you're like, wow. What kind of drugs is he on? Oh, wow, he's really high. And, you know, if you're one of those people, like, I'm sorry you've never experienced anything that leaves your mouth agape and full of fucking wonder and excitement. I'm sorry that when you see somebody experiencing that, you're just like, drugs. He's on drugs. Yeah, no, that must be such a basic way of living. I get it. Yeah, of course I'm on drugs. Everybody's on drugs, dude. Run. I was on a really good Zyn. I was zinned the fuck out. I had some mate and I had some Red Bull. Those are my drugs. Okay? We're all on drugs. Everybody's on drugs. Yeah, I would say this was a sick set. It was cool seeing OPN he reposted it a few times. But yeah, that's my new emote. Somebody posted on Twitter, watching the 106 Point Never Coachella set. It's really funny watching the camera cut to some dude in the crowd tripping balls and being engulfed by the music. I appreciated that. Thank you, Devin MP3. That blew my mind. I'm not gonna lie. After the set, I was not feeling well. I left that set like, oh God, I need to get back to my campsite. I'm so cold. I'm shivering, and my mind has been melted. So I took a bit of an L. I took my only one L of the Coachella. And I had to walk all the way back to my campsite to grab a jacket. That's a lot of walking. So after 106 Point Never, I missed Charlotte DeWitt. I missed Jungle. I missed Brutalismus 3000. I missed St. Levant. I missed Ice Spice. Damn it. All because I was walking back to my car to grab a jacket. Oh, and the L's keep coming. Don't worry, everybody. The L's keep coming. I heard Ice Spice's set was actually really good, and I really wanted to see it. Everyone at the campsite was raving about how good she did, and Charlotte DeWitt too. But I've seen Charlotte DeWitt. Oh, I heard Brutalismus 3000 was amazing as well. That looked real good. I heard no one showed up for Rainier Zonfield, though. Walked all the way back to my campsite. I was feeling better. Once I got to my campsite. Nice, good walk. Got my jacket on. Sweet. I realized, though, that, like, my key, you know, the little button to unlock your car isn't working. So I have to, you know, manually unlock it. No big deal, but I'm like, oh, it's not working. Is my battery okay? Is my car battery okay? Nope, it was not. My car died. And I don't really know how. I must have left some light on somewhere. My theory is, you know, I had the back hatch open, I'd say for a good 4 or 5 hours while we were vibing. And something about just my back hatch on my car being open did not like it. So I had a dead car. and I just left 10 Tricks Point Never feeling a certain way. So I was like, crap. I just want to make sure it's a battery issue. It's definitely a battery issue, right? As long as I know it's a battery issue, I can jumpstart a car. I'm an adult. I know what to do. I just want to make sure it's battery and like nothing else. So I'm Googling, like, what does dead battery look like? And sure enough, it's like, yeah, no, you do the thing and it doesn't do anything. Oh, yeah, you bit dead battery. I'm like, okay. So it's a dead battery. But that's gonna be a nice thing to think about, having to. I wasn't worried about asking my neighbors for a jump, but you know, now I have to make sure I leave around the same time. I have to plan some things out and whatever. How many miles does the car have? Like nearly 200,000. A lot of miles. So I'll let you know how that all went when we're done with day 3. But that's right. I missed all these people because I walked back to my campsite to grab a jacket. That was I think my biggest L in a weekend where I did not have very many L's. That was the one. But once I got over that, I walked back into the festival right at the start of No Doubt. No doubt, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt. Ooh. Oh, I really enjoyed them. They were so good. And, you know, best crowd. No Doubt had the best crowd. I think they had the biggest crowd. Oh, everybody in that crowd was vibing. Everybody was singing along. Gwen was amazing. The whole band was amazing. They had this cool stage that the entire stage extended out into the audience, like really far out into the middle, with the drums and everything, so you could hear the drums like from the middle. The drums were really loud, and the guy on the drums was going crazy too. He looked wild. Oh man, though, this No Doubt was so good. I was a big fan of No Doubt. All right. Yeah, No Doubt was. I watched him from a bunch of different spots. I walked around No Doubt for quite a bit. Brought out Olivia Rodrigo. Why didn't Olivia Rodrigo headline this year? One of the best songs of the weekend. More No Doubt. It's my favorite No Doubt song. I love Don't Speak. Actually, no, Spiderwebs is my favorite No Doubt song. And they ended with Spiderwebs, which was really cool. I thought it was really cool that they ended with Spiderwebs. So yeah, No Doubt, man, they crushed it. They were the perfect headliner. They were so good. Gesaffelstein. I like Gesaffelstein. They were good. People were vibing to this set, though. This had some real heads in the crowd. It was pretty cool. I like Gustaffelstein, but I think my favorite part of Gustaffelstein was I went over to the bathrooms way at the back, and I saw that they had just cleaned them. So I took a really nice Gustaffelstein in those pristine porta potties. And that was nice. That was a good vibe. Gustaffelstein is good shitting music. So yeah, Gustaffelstein was cool. It was sweet. His volume actually sounded a little better than the rest of the outdoor stage acts, but I think it's because he turned it up. And the drums. Well, not a lot of people at the drums. I didn't really catch the drum. I just kind of filmed them for a second. You hear Devin talking in the background saying, "Can we get out of the wind?" It got windy on Saturday too. Right around this time, it was the windiest of the weekend. It was ooh. I don't know why they gave the drums a nighttime set. They're much more of a daytime band in my opinion. Cascade back to back, Alice in Wonderland. This is one of the surprises at the Do Lab. I just put all my surprises as yellow because I can't individualize them, but that was one that I saw. I actually saw that one. That was good. And then I had to pee, so I went over to the Yuma bathrooms to take a Blessed Madonna. And then I made my way over to Tyler. And I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. Zach, you got Tyler at Blue. You say you watch all of Tyler. So how did you see Orbital too? Okay. I went over to Orbital for like 8 minutes. I needed to see. I'm a huge fan of Orbital. Man, it was a vibe in that tent. It was very... it was pretty sparsely attended. There wasn't too many people in there, but everyone who was in Orbital, they were good people. There were good people in that tent. Bunch of old head electronic fans. But I did see a little bit of Orbital, just a little bit, and then I ran right back over to Tyler. I loved Tyler. Tyler was probably who I was most excited for, headline department, except for No Doubt. But I'm a big Tyler, the Creator fan. I've listened to all the albums. What's my favorite Tyler song? I like Colossus because it's about the roller coaster Colossus. I also like I like Corso. That Corso off of the new album is fucking incredible. Oh, New Magic Wand. New Magic Wand is my favorite Tyler the Creator song, and he ended with that. And that was one of my favorite songs of the entire weekend, that performance. Anyway, back to the Do Lab. Do Lab had a surprise Cascade back-to-back Alice in Wonderland. Got to see my girl Al again. And if you don't know the lore, I was Alice in Wonderland's LED screen technician for her 2017 Fuck Me Up on a Spiritual Level tour. So I'm a big fan of Alice in Wonderland. And Cascade, too. Cool set. It was a cool set, though. I went pretty deep in there. Before I went over to Tyler, the Creator. I will say Igor is my favorite Tyler album. And he played quite a few Igor. All right, here's Orbital. This looks sick. I wanted to stay here, to be honest. That was cool, but no, I had to go back to Tyler. Make my earthquake. That's Callie. That's Callie. That's Callie. Yeah, Charlie Wilson, baby. I love Tyler the Creator. This was such a cool. You know what? Best visuals. I thought he had the best visual production of the entire festival. It looks so cool. Everything was just so right. He did such a good performance, you know, rapping every bar. Just, it was sick. And I think my favorite part was the outro. The outro was super sick. So he's playing New Magic Wand, like my favorite Tyler song. And I'm like, oh shit, he's going hard on it. Especially, he's doing the outro of it too. You know, that song kind of has two parts of it. He starts with the fucking outro, which is sick. And before all of this, he told the audience to boo Paul Tollett, the owner of Golden Voice, because of the curfew. Because of the curfew, he tells everybody, hey, I got 2 minutes left, you know, this is the last song, and boo Paul Tollett. Yeah, boo the owner, that's fucking awesome, boo. That was funny, but the outro, as he's rapping, as he's going hard, you see they put a harness on him. He entered the set exploding out of a makeshift trailer. It looked really cool. He flew into the air when he did that. Cool intro. It was sick, but the outro, it's 1 a.m. on the dot. The song almost doesn't feel over yet, and he starts like grasping to this rock, and he's like, oh, what's he doing? His feet start getting dragged into the air, and by the way, it is also there's a windstorm going on right now. It is so fucking windy, so it looks like the wind is blowing him away. And he goes flying, yanked off of stage. The screen turns into like a universe, and it looks like he just gets sucked out into space. Like mid-rap. Like, I'm not fucking telling you. So fucking cool. I liked it. Tyler Creator. Just best visuals. Best visual performance. That being said, I missed a lot of Doja. I heard Doja's visuals were fucking sick too, is what I heard. I heard choreography. It's the choreography that was sick, but I mean that's part of visuals. The dancing is part of the visuals, all under that umbrella. And that's day 2, everybody. That's day 2. We did it. We made it all the way through Saturday. And as you can see, day 2 had my most misses. Missed Ice Spice. I really want to see Brutal Least Miss 3000. I knew I wasn't going to be able to because of No Doubt. But I could have gotten in there for like 2 minutes just to see the intro. I heard it was packed and sweaty in there. That one looked good. I didn't get to see Kevin Carl either. Or Coi Leray. Coi Leray had such a short set time. ISO Knock I didn't get to see. Sam Gelatry I didn't get to see. Vanessa Back to Back Nala I didn't get to see. Les Seraphim I really wanted to see. I didn't get to that. And then I also didn't see Dom Dalla. But I've seen Dom Dalla, so I didn't feel like I needed to. And then I ended the night at the silent disco. I hung out at the silent disco. And I also went and hung out at the Turndown tent for a bit. And that's officially day 2. We're done. And the final day, look at all that green. Look how much green. There's barely any red, right? Right? I saw so many acts on Sunday, which I hate to say, we all knew Sunday was the weakest day, right? But man, it was lineup wise not great. It didn't feel felt like there's holes. Even though I went and saw everybody, it felt like there was holes. All right, I got in a little bit later because I was talking to my neighbors for a bit. My first set was Juju, and they were like a psychedelic rock band. I loved them. They were sick. And then there's me in front of the rock. There's me in the rock. It says rock. I'm wearing my Salvo Sub shirt. After that, I went back over to the Yuma because I wanted to see DJ Seinfeld. What's the deal with DJ Seinfeld? And then I went over to my boy Wave Groove. We all vibed to Wave Groove for a bit. With the Flow. Flow was sick. I liked Flow a lot. We needed more acts like Flow this year. And they put him on way too early. I got it closer up here, yeah. Yeah, way closer up here. And then our first blue of the day. Oh, I only had 3 blues today. I only had 3 sets that I caught all of. And I think you would all agree with me that this is one of them. Right? Right? Madao Mokhtar. They were sick. I got this name wrong. It's Clegand, I think. Clegand? Who was it? Yeah, Klingade. Klingade is who it was. I got the spelling wrong, but I went over to the Heineken tent. I went over to the Heineken tent to see to decide if I wanted to camp for Lupe, but I didn't. That's pretty cool though. I did like this set. I was like, ooh, he's got a saxophone. Oh, honestly, this might have been the best set of the day. YG Marley, Bob Marley's grandson, and we were all very confused about this booking. We didn't know. The guy literally has 1 song. Like, he's only released 1 song. I mean, he's young. He's just starting out. But they're giving him main stage slot, and he has 1 song. What is he gonna do? Oh, you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna bring out the Fugees, and it's just gonna be a Fugees set. That's totally what it was. And they brought out Busta Rhymes. Oh, this was good. This was the best smelling set of the day. Look at that. And he did his his famous big long. He did it live so well too. Busta Rhymes is a legend. I love Busta. Yeah, that was definitely one of my favorite sets of the Sunday. YG Marley absolutely crushed it. And then I went over to Jockstrap for a second. Look at Jockstrap. Jockstrap was not what I thought it was going to be. Much more electronic. I know she's in that other band, Black Country New World. This, Taking Back Sunday, this was packed. This was packed. I mean, it's better than how I thought they would sound. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I used to love Taking Back Sunday. That one album, the Where You Wanna Be, that was one of my high school albums. I would cry to that shit. I'm a real Taking Back Sunday fan. My favorite song is 180 by Summer. But I just know. I know the singer. It's hard to age and have to sing those songs. But yeah, he might, and I don't blame him. Getting old sucks. But it does seem to be the case sometimes with him. But that being said, that they were way better than how I've seen him previously. So he seemed to be putting in the work. Sicaria, this was at the Do Lab. Just quick little vibey. He got the butter inflatable. Mall grab on the new Quasar stage. Yeah, EP Dylan. Boom. Yeah, this was a 6 set. AP Dylan killed it. I liked AP Dylan. Good crowd too. Everybody was really into it. I got pretty close. It wasn't a big crowd, but it was a good crowd. Yeah, I liked AP Dylan. Tape B over at the Do Lab. My finger right there. There goes my finger. This is 88 Rides and Futures. This was like a showcase of a bunch of K-pop artists. I just checked it out for a second. I was curious to see what it was. Olivia Dean, she was really good. I vibed to her a bit. Oh, Cara and Leon. This was beautiful. All right. Let me go back to the Clash Finder real quick. Who did I miss? I missed Renee Rapp. That was on purpose. I missed Hermanos Gutierrez. I missed Feeble Little Horse, BB Tricks. I did want to see Spinall. I'm sad I missed Spinall. His set looked really cool. Tita Lau, her set looked really cool too. But no, I went over to the Rose. We actually watched a lot of the Rose. We got dinner over by the Rose, so we were eating, listening to the Rose. But they played my song. This is my song right here. Yes. By far the best set on Quasar. Arguably the best DJ set of the weekend. I was excited for this one. Jamie XX, back 3 back floating points, back 3 back Daphne, a.k.a. Caribou. Oh, this was sick. I vibed. But it was difficult. It was difficult to do this one because look how long the set is. I can't stay for all of that. I can't quite stay for all of that, but it was. And anytime I was passing by it, I was vibing for a bit. I did miss Chase and Status, which was a bummer. I wanted to see them. Two Shell, I think Two Shell is where I went to next. I just wanted to see what they were. Yeah, there they are. Just some pre-recorded DJ set and them walking around stage. I kind of liked Two Shell for a bit. It was something. Then we went to Krongbin, my second blue set of the night. I'm a big fan of Krongbin. It was Devin's last set too. He was leaving early on Sunday, so he wanted to see Krongbin. We did that. And I got a lot of footage of Krongbin. It was sick. They were just vibing the whole time. They're in the pocket. They didn't bring out Leon Bridges, which I didn't mind. I don't really love it. I don't really love any of their songs with Leon Bridges, but I was surprised. But yeah, I really liked Krongbin. They were worth staying for. Vibing, crowd was really chill. And then yeah, I kind of had a mess at the end of Sunday here. I don't know if you can tell. Look at all this green. I went around and saw everybody except for Thames, Enima, Victoria Monet. I did want to catch Latin Mafia, but I didn't, unfortunately. Same with Eddie Zuko. But I wanted to rush over to Barry Can't Swim. And when I got there, it was too crowded. It was too crowded. And I've seen Barry Can't Swim at Crossed. It was a neat little DJ set. I thought he was coming with like a big live band. I thought that's what was happening. I caught the outro of Mandy, Indiana. This was a weird band. Look at that. So yeah, it's pretty underattended set, right? Yeah, I filmed a lot of this one apparently. J Balvin. This was a set I wish I had caught a little bit more of, but I was in the walking around mood. I wanted to see everybody. Man, I could have just stayed at this one. I could have. But But and this was a really cool set, though. Look at those lasers really lit up the field. I don't know why he was the only one with lasers on main stage. Oh, and yeah, I got my Hudson Mohawk and Nicky Nair. There was only one song I wanted to hear from them, and it was "Set the Roof on Fire." And I managed to run over the Dewlab right when they were playing it. I know I'm far away, but I get up in there. And then this was Alesso's Dewlab set right after. But I had to go back to Jamie XX. I regretted using my legs to walk all the way to D. I was excited for DJ Snake, but man, the crowd was not pleasant people around DJ Snake. It was really crowded. That hill, there was nowhere to sit. People were pushing. It was stinky, like it smelled like shit. I'm sure. I bet DJ Snake had a good set or whatever, but the crowd vibes were not it at DJ Snake. But I did get this song. Yeah, it was a good transition. It was a good transition. But I mean, that was the song I was trying to get to, was Turndown for What. And once I heard it, I went over to Lil Yachty. Now this had bad sound. The sound in this tent. Oh, I don't know what happened. It was so quiet. You actually couldn't hear him. Like, seriously, you can't hear him. Yes, I went to Ararashi Gakko. One of you guys recommended them to me, right? We watched one of their music videos. They were good. They were a lot of fun. This is another set that I regret leaving a little early for. Because this one was so much fun. And everybody really liked it too. Boy Harsher! This one's for you, Plastic Citizen. I really wanted to catch Boy Harsher. The visuals on screen for Boy Harsher were sick. The lighting was sick. This was a good set. I really enjoyed watching this one from the Sonora Bar. You're seeing them on Wednesday, Serpentine? Hell yeah, they killed it. I rushed over to Gene Aiko. I just wanted to see, and once again, the sound for Gene Aiko was way too soft. Then I went over to the Yuma. Then I decided to go over to the Yuma for Follow. This was a really good set. I only caught the end of it, but man, I liked it. Bad. Yeah, this guy closed the Yuma. This was cool. I wasn't really planning on seeing much of Art Bat, but I really liked it. I wanted to stay at Art Bat. And you see, look, I missed nobody except for Claptone at the Heineken. I went all green that part. I should have stayed at Artarashi Gakko though, and walking over to the Gene Aiko was, well, then I wouldn't have gone into Boy Harsher either though. I think Boy Harsher was the move if I were to choose one of them. But my headliner, and we're going to get to Doja Cat in a second here. My hot headliner for Sunday was Bicep. And I know, kind of a niche electronic DJ act. I get it. But I love Bicep. Bicep makes some of my favorite music. Apricot, Glue, Rain. I love their new stuff too. That Water track is dope. I just like it. That ethereal. Cool sounds, cool beats. I have seen them before too. That's how big of a fan I am of Bicep. I've seen them before live, where they play the synths and they play the instruments, and they announced that, oh no, we have a new show. It's called AV Chroma. Ooh, all right. We're gonna have a bunch of new tracks on it. Ooh, cool, new Bicep. I'm excited for that. It's a DJ set. What? Yes, and they are very adamant, guys. We're not playing our synths. We're not bringing our instruments. This is a DJ set. Okay, fair. No, I like a DJ set. You're bringing a DJ set to Coachella though? Oh, okay. No. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying a lot of people really like your live set, but I'm not complaining. You guys got a new show. Cool. I'm excited for your new show, Bicep. But it's a DJ set. Okay, that's fine. Well, on my way over to Bicep, I did catch a little bit of Doja. Also a little more Art Bat. Art Bat is sick. And Doja, they play Tio Tamara. So, Doja. Let me talk about Doja real quick. I was not excited about Doja. I was a little bummed. I was a little bummed she was the headliner. Thought that was a big waste of a headlining spot because she had just played. I know you're like, well, what about Blackpink, Zach? I don't know. Blackpink was a different story. They were selling out stadium tours. And, you know, I'm not a fan of Doja because she has really bad fashion choices. Like, really, really bad fashion choices. And, I don't know, she seems... Oh, you understand, Zach. She's just... her sense of humor is offensive. Her sense of humor is not very funny. It's just annoying, so... It's cringe is what we call it. It's what the kids call it. But I will admit, I watched her set after the fact. Yeah, she's really good though. She's really good. She crushed it. The choreography, the hair, the outfit changes. The music, even. Again, I don't really hate on Doja Cat for her music. It's more of the. I really don't like Sam Hyde. Being a self-admitted Sam Hyde fan is, ooh. It's like saying, yeah, I'm rooting for cancer. I hope cancer kills everyone. You're like, weird take. Weird thing to be a fan of. Really, Zach, you think Sam Hyde is cancer? Yeah, that's what I just said. All right. Anyway. Also the homophobic comments that she used to make and showing feet in tiny chat. Doja's weird. She's weird. I get it. She did a really good job. She crushed it. So good for her. Good for her. Would have rather had Olivia Rodrigo. But whatever. Now let me complain about Bicep. Now let me complain about the person, the group that I was most excited for on Sunday. Chroma AV. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Pretty cool. They really hyped up the visuals. Oh, we got a real brand new visual package. I'm a visuals guy. I do a lot of this shit. I thought it was well thought out visuals. I thought they built well. That being said, if you're gonna be calling something Chroma AV, I'm gonna need to see a little more AV than this. Like, I get it. But it's just a lot of like logos and simple loops. They had a laser. They had a couple lasers, but they were stingy as fuck about using those lasers. And I get it. You want to make the laser effect, have its most effect. Put it at the perfect time, but every time the lasers showed up, I'm like, oh, finally, they're here. And they're gone. If you got lasers, use them. Use them like J Balvin did. Again, Chroma AV, there's nothing on the screen. Oh, there it goes. All right, that is a good footage. You gotta admit, that's good footage. That's right, it went upside down. It went upside down. All right, I'm done complaining. I'm sorry. Bicep killed it. Okay, of course I lost my mind during Bicep. Yes. The DJing was really good. It was a really good DJ set. I'm not complaining about the DJing at all, but they really hyped like a new visual package, and I thought it was fine. Although it was fine. And then, here and there, a weird thing. Doja Cat and Bicep both ended at 11:53. There was like 7 minutes left of the festival when they ended. Apparently, John Summit was still going. I didn't go to John Summit at all. It does say 23:55. It does. She has her ending 10 minutes early. But this right here, the Dewlab went all the way into the end. I didn't even know who was playing the Dewlab because they never announced it. And which, by the way, I signed up for the texts. They were supposed to text me when they announced the surprises in Dewlab, and it sort of worked last year. It was kind of late with the text. This year, no text. The Coachella app broken, like just doesn't work. That was dumb. And they gave me they surveyed me. I was eating lunch early one of the days, and some employees, the survey taker employees, come up like, "Hey, we're with the festival, and we're asking some questions. Can you answer?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And they were all questions about the app. So you use the app? I'm like, I never use the app. Why don't you use the app? Because it doesn't work. It like, watch here. Let me show my phone. Look, I'm pressing the button and it's just froze. Oh, it froze. Nothing. And I can't even force close it. It won't. Now it broke my phone. I can't even get to my menu on my phone now. This app is so trash. Now, well, what do you use? What do you use to like see what the set times? I use Clash Finder. Oh yeah, we've heard of Clash Finder. Why do you like Clash Finder so much? Here's why. Okay, Google Chrome, favorite, boom. Look, it showed up. Oh, and also it has the Heineken and the Dewlab set times. So the surprise at Dewlab that I didn't figure out until I was back at my campsite was fucking Bonobo. I love Bonobo. It was Bonobo back to back with Barry Can't Swim, but Bonobo was here. I caught like 5 minutes of it, and I didn't even know it was Bonobo. That's right, everybody. Bicep ended early. Doja ended early. Doja's the last, or no, Dewlab's the last one standing. And then, yeah, we ended the night. We ended the night with a good old-fashioned turn-down tent action with Beat Cinema. Watched Joe Nora, Naomi Killer. It was nice. It was real nice. And that's it. That's it. That's from Crossed. And that's everybody I saw. That's everybody I saw at Coachella. Are you all impressed? Are you impressed that I was able to see so many? And that, are you impressed with the ones that I chose to watch all of, like One O Tricks Point Never? Anyway, I had a blast. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I'm tired. I'm very, very tired. My legs hurt. My legs hurt so much. I think I walked like 50 miles, like literally. Oh yeah, do y'all want to figure out what happened with my car? I mentioned my car battery died. I'm not quite sure how. I'm pretty sure it's because I left the back hatchback open for extended amount of time, and that somehow drained the battery. But that was kind of on my mind throughout Sunday. Like, man, I hope my car starts tomorrow. I don't have AAA either, so it's like, ugh. But sure enough, like a big boy, I got my jumper cables. Positive, negative to ground. Yeah, I know what an engine ground is. It's a piece of metal that's not a fuel, not a fuel source. Any piece of metal in the car. So I managed to jump my car. No problem. My neighbor was clutch, helped me out. I was out of there around 8 a.m., I'd say. Had a smooth drive home. Took a long time to unpack my car and clean it up a little bit, but that's it. Now I'm back from Coachella. I haven't really felt the post Coachella depression yet. I'm still pretty high about it. But I had a lot of fun. I like that I went solo. I like I was able to see a lot of people I wanted to see. I did a lot of dancing. Met some cool people. Ate some good food. A lot of good. I ate a lot of ice cream. Ice cream was my go-to meal inside of the festival, which I think is smart. Do we want to do a final count? So it looks like I saw 14 blue sets, 14 sets pretty much all the way through. Now with the green's going to take a long time for me to count. Let me see. So if I'm doing my math correct, it looks like I got 76 green sets plus the 14 blues. Ooh. That's nearly 90 acts that I saw in some capacity. There are a few that I wish I saw. Anna Leno, I really wish I could have gotten Anna Leno. Earth Eater, especially since she was apparently right behind me, turned all of 10 Tricks Point Never, and I didn't even notice. I'm bummed. I'm bummed I missed that one. Skepta was a big miss for me too. I wish I had saw that. Bob Sinclair, I feel like I could have gotten into Bob Sinclair. Anybody else I'm really bummed about missing? I mean, there's quite a few. Gabriel, he's one of the opening DJs, but he used to work at the brewery that I worked at. Oh, the Addicts. I forgot about the Addicts. Yeah, the Addicts look sweet. I should have split that Vampire Weekend set with the Addicts, to be honest. I didn't need to watch the last 10 minutes of Vampire Weekend. I'm sad I missed Purple Disco Machine too. That one looked like a total party. It would have been funny if I was at Grimes. That honestly would have been funny, especially since I was trying to get to T-Pain instead, you know? My thing, instead of going to Grimes, was trying to get into T-Pain and not being able to get in. Yeah, I would have rather seen the train wreck that's Grimes. I'm really sad about Ice Spice. I wish I saw Ice Spice. Because, I mean, she's got some bangers I like. And Brutalismus 3000, Jungle. I really fucked up missing Jungle. But, you know, things happen. Who else did I want to see? On Sunday, I mean, Chasing Status and Lupe Fiasco are really the only two. The only two that I missed on that one. All right, do I have any other thoughts? Why did it undersell this year? Because the lineup was really underwhelming. That's why. I think that's why. That lineup was... Again, it's just it misses so much wow factor. There was such little wow factor that the Aquabats overflowed a tent, because that was like one of the only really like, oh my God, the Aquabats, they're here. All right, what are my final thoughts? I had a lot of fun. Coachella rules. We are the best festival. That's why everyone's heard of us. Like, yeah, you know, I like other festivals. Lollapalooza, cool and all that. But, like, don't act like y'all don't have dead crowds and influencers around. It happens at every festival. Why is Coachella the one that gets the most shit about it? Is it because we're in a beautiful location and it's... No, I'm sorry. I always have to get overly defensive about going to Coachella, because it is one of those things that people question for some reason. Oh, Coachella, I couldn't do that. Okay, yeah, no, I don't think you could either. But I had a lot of fun. Camping was the move. Definitely doing that next time. Oh, did he say a next time? Did he say a next time? Not without seeing the lineup first. I'm never buying pre-sale ever again. That's something. Because first off, you didn't save any money buying pre-sale. Pre-sale should be cheaper. Pre-sale should be cheaper by like $100. You know, honestly, it should. Why wouldn't it be? You're buying tickets for a show you don't even know who's going to play. Make that shit cheaper. Then you would actually sell out. Or offer like way cheaper VIP upgrades, which I have thoughts about Coachella's VIP. It's so not worth the money. Especially now that Yuma never has a line. Oh, there's no reason to get VIP. I mean, the bathrooms are better and it's a little better food, but like, I don't know, the food's great everywhere, and the bathroom, I don't know. You go to the right bathrooms, you're fine out there. The bathrooms over by the Do Lab, those are actual brick and mortar like stalls. I don't think VIP is worth it at all. So it should be very minimally more money than a regular ticket, and it's not. It's a lot more expensive. What else do I have? The lineup, yeah, just a real lack of wow factor. That being said, the headliners, I thought they, besides Blackpink, they did kind of better than the headliners last year. Bad Bunny had a lot of, again, I'm talking weekend 1, 2, which that's a whole other discussion. Weekend 1 versus 2. I'm a 1 guy. I need the surprises. The grass is better. The weather is better. And yeah, the people are a little less vibey, but it's also a lot more space. So that's all I'm going to say about weekend 1 versus 2. If I had the money, I would do both Coachella, but honestly, this year I don't know. I don't feel like I would need to go. Last year I felt like I needed to go back for weekend 2. I missed so much last year. I missed Labyrinth. I missed Underworld. I missed a bunch last year. And I missed Suicide Boys last year. Like, apparently they had like no crowd too. That would have been a vibe. I don't know why I missed Suicide Boys. I went and saw Donovan's Yard instead. I don't know why he did that. I didn't even know who Donovan's Yard was, and I just sat there. I'm like, oh, this is nice. They got dancers on stage playing some dance hall music. I'm just gonna sit here for the rest of the night. I don't know. I don't want to go see Calvin. Are we ready? Are we ready to say goodbye? If you made it, I know this is an extremely long Coachella review. Obviously, I stream, feed Zach, Twitch. Apparently you like hearing me talk, so I love to see you in chat. Thank you. I will try to make Coachella next year. It's not a guarantee. I am definitely not getting pre-sale. I'm going to see the lineup. But, I want to go back. I liked how undersold it was. That was nice. Okay, Zach. So if it's an underwhelming lineup next year, you should go then because you liked it. Oh. Well, if you saw me, if you somehow come across this video and you're like, "Oh yeah, I remember that guy. He was really vibing all around." Say hi. Thank you for watching. I'll try to put out more videos. They won't be 3 hours long like this one is, but we are going to try to get the videos back into gear here and on the YouTube. So I will see you all. I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you. Peace out. Happy Coachella weekend tours.